am your money mom. I am here to teach you things that your mom and dad probably taught you, but you didn't listen. And now you're in college or you're a young adult and you're poor and you're broke and you're depressed and you're sad because you can't do anything because you didn't listen to your mom or your dad or whoever takes care of you. So I am your money mom. I'm going to teach you basic personal finance. I have worked in accounting and finance for 25 years. It's boring, but it's essential and you need to know it. So we're going to go over the first thing that you should do as a young college student or a young professional right when you get hired out of college. The very first thing you should do is know your salary. Know that if you are going to make, I have to get my Expo dry erase marker. If you are a college student and you are not working, first of all, that's a problem. You can do something. You can fit 5 to 10 hours, 10 to 20 hours into your week. Cut back on something. Cut back on sleeping. Work with friends, meet people. But you need to have a job in college. It's good spending money. Helps your parents out because they're really helping you. So anyway, this is basic college math. Actually, not college math. I didn't do very good in algebra, but personal finance math, simple. You can do this. Sometimes your mom and dad have told you this, but you just don't know. So first of all, you need to know your salary. If you are making, let's say, $10,000 a year. You make that with your summer job, and you make that with babysitting, nannying, working at the post office in college, working at McDonald's, working at Panda Express. Let's say you're making $10,000 a year. If you fill out your W-4 that you are zero withholding, you will make the full $10,000 in a year that you have to budget with. If you say that you're going to claim one, you're only going to probably make about $9,200. The rest will go to the federal and state government, and they're going to hold it. They're going to hold your money, and they're going to spend your money until you do your taxes, or your mom helps you with your taxes like I do with my college kids in the spring. And then you're going to get your $800 back, but you're not going to get that until February or March the next year. I did this on purpose with my kids so that they could learn how to file their own tax return. Good idea. You should know how to file your own tax return. Both of my girls can do their own with me sitting next to them. TurboTax, super simple if you have like nothing besides just a small income. So now let's say you are graduating from college and your salary, I might have to use my calculator, your salary is going to be $100,000. We're going to do round numbers so I don't have to do my math. Let's say you're graduating and you're coming out of college and you're going to make, I'm going to go purple. You're going to make $100,000 a year. $100,000. So I can guarantee that at $100,000, you should be putting money into your 401k or your Roth IRA right off the bat. So you should do 10%. If you do it right from when you start, you don't know the money that you're missing, and you can definitely start your retirement egg soon. Social Security is not a retirement plan. So don't count on Social Security. You gotta don't put your eggs all in one basket. You gotta start young. Start with 10,000, 10%. Whoopsie, 10,000 401k. Right off the top. So you're gonna be taxed at 90,000. Okay, round numbers for budgeting. I'm going to take 20% of that for Social Security, federal, state tax. Okay, so that's 18,000. Federal, state, Social Security, and Medicare. Because now you're a real adult. You have to pay into Medicare and you have to pay into federal and state taxes. Especially at this dollar amount, at 100,000. These are round numbers. Okay, so now you are going to be at $72,000 that you have to work with. Okay, so your take-home pay is going to be around, I'm going to round it down to 70,000. So you have $70,000 that you are probably going to be taking home at $100,000 a year. So 72,000. So when your job says you're making 100,000, you are, but you have 30% of your paycheck that needs to go into retirement, federal, state, Social Security, and Medicare. Okay, now we got to talk about insurance. Am I just totally depressing you, thinking that 100,000 isn't enough to live anymore? Well, yeah, I am. The economy's tough. It's tough to be an adult. So we got to talk about health insurance now. So if you're married, you're probably going to pay $1,000 a month out of pocket. I'm just taking an average. That's for medical and dental insurance. Okay, so now you're down to $12,000 for insurance. And if you have kids, it's going to be probably more, because there's medical for single, medical for family, and sometimes they have medical plus one. Our policy doesn't have that. So we have medical or family. It's about $1,000 a month. This is employed. If you're self-employed, it's a whole nother ballgame. So then you're going to have about $12,000 in insurance. Okay, I'm going to take this one so now you're down to $60,000 take home cash. That's before you pay any bills. Okay, so if you have a mortgage, if you have vehicles, insurance, dogs, food, laundry soap, entertainment. Maybe you want to do something with your life. Maybe you want to go on vacation. So you're down to $60,000 if you make $100,000 a year. Do you really feel like that is enough to live off of? The average home cost right now is $2,000 a month. You can go way over that, way under that. $2,000 a month. So that's $24,000 just for the cost of house and insurance, rent, things like that. I'm doing old school math. You guys remember how to do that? Like you do that. So now you're down to $36,000 to spend. That's with homeowners. I would say groceries, miscellaneous, are probably $1,000 a month. Okay? So you take 12 off of that. You have $24,000 left, which is $2,000 a month. So this is my whole point of the story. If you have $2,000 a month to play with. If you want to go on vacation, go to a concert, go to Disney World with your kids, it's going to take you a long time to save up. My whole point of this entire video is you might have a really nice looking salary on paper, but by the time you start taking everything out of it, you're down to less than $2,000 a month for anything extra besides the basics, living expenses, insurance, everybody wants a piece of your paycheck. So all those pieces of your paycheck coming out, you'll be down to $2,000 a month. Point being, the $100,000 a year job, you really, wow. In 2024, single family incomes just can't make it anymore. It's just really sad. So this is how you get from 100,000 down to 24,000 without doing anything fun. How does that make your day feel? Does that make you feel exciting? Okay, so now that we've done that, we are going to talk about back to the people making $10,000 a year. Oh, that's kind of fun. Okay, so this is where most of my kids are at right now because they're all in college. So we had this budgeting discussion the other day about how do you budget for college? How do you budget for fun when you're in college? How do you budget for fun money? My daughter wanted to go to a concert on move-in weekend. The concert was $279 for standing room only. That's insane. When I was in college, I think I went to one concert that I remember that was an absolutely terrible concert. And I think my ticket was like $29. So these people that go play in these college towns for $279 for a college kid to get a ticket to go to a concert is absolutely insane. So we had this whole discussion. So my daughter works. This is about what she makes per year. $4,500 of this goes to her room and board in college. She has 1 year of room and board, and then she'll be in an apartment after that. So she's coming to find out that $10,000 is just really not a lot of money. So she's going to be doing some working when she's at school, which I highly recommend. You're an adult now. You can work. You've got time to socialize and time to do all kinds of other stuff. Time to sit in your dorm room and watch TV. You can put some hours in. It's from the mean mom on the internet that you can work. There's jobs everywhere for college kids that need some money. So $10,000 a year is probably about what a college kid can make. So how do you budget that $10,000 a year? Half of it's going to go to room and board. So you have about $5,000 left. So I had one person tell me that they needed to spend $500 a month on clothes. I was like, are you absolutely insane? You have $5,000 for the whole year to do anything else. I mean, when you're a college kid, you just really don't have a lot of bills unless your mom and dad are having you pay like your car insurance and your car and miscellaneous things like that. Our rule in our house is when you're in college, I pay, as long as you have good grades and are applying yourself, we pay the car insurance. That's what we pay, but anything fun and extra, if you want to go eat at Chipotle or Subway, that's on you. You have a dining plan. We're not paying for that. The dining plan pays for your food. That's the mean mom on the internet. You can call me mean mom. Oh, I think I forgot to button my dress. And anyway, so we have $5,000, which is $600 a month. I feel like a college kid can live off $600 a month. I feel like they shouldn't even probably need to spend $600 a month. I feel like the college kids can get by for a couple hundred a month for, shampoo, conditioner, going to the movies, things like that. I'm probably in the Midwest, so things might not be what they cost in New York or California, but I really don't feel like kids need to be spending $500 a month on clothes. That's just mean mom on the internet, and that's what life is. When you're preparing for your career starting hopefully at 100,000, you don't start your life off spending $500 a month on clothes. That's not good financial management. Good financial management is living within your means and having a budget. I would say all your expenses are paid for the month. For a good college budget would be $200 to $300 a month of expenses that you need, and there's things that pop up. You might need an extra textbook or something like that after you get established. So that is my basic budgeting for young adults and college kids. That's what I've got for you, and be back for more mean mom finance tips.